starship lately. Something with comfort, speed, and style. I'll get you to agree that maybe there's just one tip that's worth your while. Secret is the core reactor to make the light years feel like miles. With just a little antimatter, hardwood floors instead of tile. You've got to get it. You can buy on credit. Our payment plan you won't regret it, yeah. Starship Velociraptor, it's your
welcome back to the Lotus Fire Showroom. We're back with Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Beat the Living Tar out of a dead guy in the middle of a basement.
Yo, what's up?
Ada is currently having a midlife crisis. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm not. I'm too young for a midlife crisis.
It depends how long your life is going to be.
Hello.
Also that guy.
I died.
We have tried to... You can't have me say that word, Jonathan, please. How you doing today, John?
Yo, what's up, John?
If you ever feel lost after a long rest, you might want to speak to your fellow party members for advice. Basically saying, if you don't remember where you're going from the last time you played, you're never too young for a midlife crisis, John says. Good, you're good as good.
I am totally too young for a midlife crisis.
Wait, I said I needed to buy Jessica some clothes. Let's go shopping, Jessica. Oh my god.
Let's go shopping. Can I have the Switch?
Can you?
No, I don't know. It's your Switch. I don't know where
I'm
mine
scared of
is.
approaching the Switch because of the PlayStation just being a bit...
But the PlayStation's on the other side!
It doesn't matter, I step here and it goes, why I can't read the disc!
Thank you!
Yeah, but then I also have my Switch with separate files.
Wait, do they sell weaponry?
Certain games have files on here, and certain games have files.
I don't think this Abbey sells weapons, ironically enough. Ironically enough, he says. Nope, no weapon shop here. Bye, we're going to Simpleton.
It's an Abbey.
You're only too young if you don't die. What do you mean it's an Abbey? They have Templars!
What are you talking about?
They have...
Wow.
What?
The number of viewers that you have.
Don't worry about it. People love me. I'm super popular. Take that. I'm coming for you, PewDiePie.
No, well, it was worth a try.
Hey, Lost Man!
For what?
I don't know where the middle is, so I decided to have an ongoing crisis. Hey-o!
Hey! Yeah, let's do this!
Hey, same, he says. Y'all are killing me. This is a great start. Alright, Yangus, show us Scythe Supremacy, please. Jessica, you're trying, honey. You know what? She's almost doing as much damage as our character is. I think. Actually, maybe not.
Boomerang!
Boomerang! Okay, get that guy out.
Mama!
I used to be scared of these things.
Months ago.
What?
Okay,
It ended its own misery!
Okay, maybe I should be more specific. Where was the last one?
Is it down here or upstairs?
Wow, that's an
I've
entire
checked-
house worth of places to check.
I mean, the living room or our bedroom, and I have checked both locations and have yet to find it.
So we let these guys be awake long
Also,
enough for them to die.
Titus may
I
have
guess
said
it was
to me that
muffin
he
time.
moved it
Oh
at some
no.
point, which means it may be entirely his fault that I can't find it.
What happened?
You said that you might have moved my Switch.
No, we don't accept blame here.
You're the one who offered it.
I'm muffin. Muffin time.
Please, somebody eat me.
I don't know what to think of that.
Muffin time.
Muffin time? Listen, Tom Scott is an artist.
Like the mix-up
Oh, hey, they have Skyward
Coggins.
of these songs.
Cougains, bro. Yeah, Skyward Sword's on Switch.
Like the mix-up of these clips and make them into a song.
No, I think he just remixed a new video, uses some of his old animation. Alright, Simpleton, I know we're not allowed here with Angelo, but you guys sell... Excuse me? Do they have the weapons? The guy selling the weapons is inside the bar. I don't think that's a good business plan. I'm just gonna point that out.
Selling weapons in a bar.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Especially considering a fight breaks out here like every second day.
Yeah,
Is it in here?
weapons in a bar.
He's
Yes.
probably selling the weapons that he stole from other people. What the fuck?
If-
Stupid Joy-Con grip.
If I wanted to sell weapons, it would definitely not be at a bar.
I'm confused because it says it's there, but I don't see it anywhere in the bar. Coogany.
Monopoly for Nintendo Switch. Oh my
No,
God,
we're
that'd
not
be
buying another board game we're never gonna play.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. It would be hilarious to play on stream.
Oof. The game will never end, though.
Yes, it
No. Monopoly is literally allergic to finishing itself.
would. I've finished Monopoly before.
So have I, but I wouldn't do it again.
I would.
That's a church. Okay, that will be.
But I like that kind of stuff. Oh, Assassin's Creed Remastered. Hey, he has an ace up his sleeve.
What?
Read in the chat.
Hey, he has an ace up its... I'm pretty sure that was part of the scene. It's so dark in here. What the heck?
Is it? Doesn't
It's
look
just
that
because it was
dark.
walked in and it looked like this.
What the hell? It's pitch black in here. Oh, wait, that's a wall.
Okay. You saw in the riverbank, there's a very strange place. Yes, we're gonna go there, but stop talking to me! Oof, imagine learning your dad's anti-vax.
Yeah, my friend.
Lady, do you know where they sell weapons here? Because I literally need to spend money. Come on. Right, this is pretty good too. She's really good.
That guy's drunk.
What gave it away? Ma'am, do you know where they sell the...
I only have 3 cents.
3 cents?
Yeah, 3 points.
Yeah, the bunny
Not a
girls,
game that I
all the
want.
bars have bunny girls in these games.
Isn't there bunny girls in 11 too?
Every single one of them has bunny girls.
I haven't seen many. Ooh, there goes my phone.
Oh my gosh, he's selling weapons. Alright, hold up. What can I sell? I don't want this cow poop.
Says it cow poop? I thought it said cow pot.
Cow pat.
Oh.
Can't sell that. I could sell that, I don't think I'm supposed to.
Copper monster coin?
Yeah, from fighting certain monsters that you can recruit, they give you coins for it. I think you're supposed to, you might be able to sell them. I don't... Yeah, he's not selling armor, so I'm gonna find someone who actually does. Whoa, these guys are expensive, I mean. Okay, so we're not buying any new weaponry. But good, that means the upstairs sells the stuff. People just think because I'm from Simpleton, I can't run a successful business. Well, I'm a decent trader, you know? I'll buy something. Sounds like he sells items. Yep. Do you happen to sell some of that revival stuff? That'd be useful. Ooh. Hello. I'm still too broke for it. But also can't buy anything for Jessica. Actually, the bane of my existence. Should have gotten her outfit. Sell a leather whip.
Where could you have gotten her from?
Back in Alexandria. I think we're gonna go back to Alexandria.
Why came down here to look at my game?
I can't evac out of a bar, unfortunately. Just like, uh-oh! Whoop. It's time for you to pay your bill, mate. Put it on my tab. Whoop. Pop out. Jessica, more like Nausicaa. Alexandria.
Oh, that's right!
What's up?
I actually own a copy of Hades on Switch.
Do you?
Digital or physical?
Well, that's my Switch, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm on my account.
Interesting.
It's my games.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
I
I'm
didn't
going
realize
to the
I
moon.
bought myself a copy.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember it either, but oh, I know what I did. I used points to buy it.
I mean, Hades is a good game. We should buy it as many times as possible.
So that means we own 4 copies of the fucking game.
I haven't played Hades in a while.
Not enough copies. Must buy more. Oh, Jessica can have a shield. Okay. Yes.
I think all the party members could.
Well, I thought that maybe if they had two-handed weapons, they couldn't. Like, currently, I think Yangus isn't allowed to have a shield. Oh, no, he is.
Ah,
He's a good with it. Okay, so yeah. No, I don't have that issue. Which means I should probably buy Yangus a shield, too. Hey, Yangus, how would you like a scale shield? Because, we need to stop dying. The Gov.
this is the Gov.
Me too.
Yangus and the Gov.
The Gov, was it?
I just want me to call you the Gov.
You need to stop thirsting for desserts. Burgers are pretty good. The Gawk. Like cage burgers? You like the cage burgers? Cage pretty good. Alright, now that they'll finally let me go into Jessica's room. I know you said I was banned, Mother, but I forgot my clothes.
Her mother banned her?
Yeah, she said I don't have a daughter anymore.
Why?
She's going for revenge instead of following the family tradition.
Which is...
Mourn. Be quiet and mourn. There you go.
She's an adult. Correction, she's a teenager.
I actually don't know if she's either or. They don't give us...
Ages?
I don't think they gave us an age.
You know what? Let her mourn in her own way.
Yeah.
Offense 3. Am I actually going to want to use this? No, it's garbage.
Wow.
Why are we still here?
So because you needed armor from her?
Just a sufferer. Every night, I feel my leg.
Why don't you just give it to her anyways?
Jessica's been dead for 11 years because it reduces her defense.
It reduces her defense?
Yes, it's not
Yeah.
as good as what she currently has equipped. I went all the way back here just to waste my time. Where's my mana? We're fine. Surely we won't get destroyed by the undead in the bottom of the abbey.
I enjoy fighting the undead in games.
I know you have a kink for fighting undead.
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
So,
You say king?
Yes, I did.
yes.
I don't understand what that means.
Lucky you.
You kink.
Like a fetish.
I don't think he knows what that means either.
Oh, okay.
Oh! We bought Jessica's outfit! Let's sell it! I don't want it anymore! Yes! Actually, I'm gonna sell the monster one too.
It works either way. You can use it.
Kink is usually on the, like, not dirty side, but you know what I mean.
Kink isn't as dirty.
No, it's definitely more on the... Well, I guess I'll just die. Oof. Lost man, no. Kink is on the less dirty, on the dirtier side. It's meant for, like, oh, you know, whips.
Fetish.
Nah, fetish is just kind of like a catch-all term. I don't think I have a reason to go back to Simpleton. No, we bought pretty much all the armor we could, so let's go get our keisters handed to us. I like to have the keister handed to me. Spit swabbing. I don't really have a use for money either anymore, so we're just gonna keep grinding XP by accident, I suppose.
Well, why did you move that?
Because I'm using it. You good?
It was just, I was putting weight on it, and as soon as you took it away, that leg decided to go further down and didn't move.
Good stuff. Harry Potter music time. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But, yeah.
Skelecrons!
Ooh.
Line them up! Knock them down! No, stop. Keep your head, please. Don't lose your head! I'm craving muffins now. Bro mood. Oh no, Yangus. Please, do not die. Jessica's still not killing people. Making our way, making our way.
Making our way downtown.
I think the big difference with Jessica's outfit is that it's kind of costume. You can equip it to her and she'll actually have those clothes on.
Yeah.
The problem is that unlike in earlier games, unlike in later games, in later JRPGs, the costume does have stats. Therefore, it's bad.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's the worst thing she can equip currently.
I like the skeletons' designs.
I think they look silly.
Silly.
They look a little silly. Faces pass. Making my way downtown. Walking fast. Faces pass. Gonna kill them. No, that's... She uses a whip, enjoys leather as well. Let's just say she has a stat called Sex Appeal. And I'm homebound.
Yeah, I'm homebound.
More bags. Wait a minute. I love how nobody like summons themselves yet. I know some enemies will do it later. We'll do summon versions of them, like more of them. As for using whips, I'm not the one who chose it. The the audience did. Rihanna starts playing in the background. I'm perfectly good. We did that yesterday. Yeah. Whoa, Yangus, you chunky boy!
I thought we did 4 minutes. No. We did a different one.
We did that. Let's give Yangus some side points.
Did what?
Wow, he got 8. He went above 20. He didn't get
I
nothing
thought
out
I
of
was
that.
saying something else.
Ooh, poison.
Can I fall off these? Probably not. I'm on the way, going but you be too patchouli. Pow! Oh, good. They're separated into 2 groups. I love it when that happens. We don't need the double sound effects. I appreciate your contribution. One curse orb of pure hatred. Doesn't work on my character, sir. Actually, we didn't get the sigil from earlier. So that's gonna hit her. Hey! Get her! And then, Yangus? Ah, yeah. You're tankier than the rest of the monsters here. We haven't seen any walking corpses outside of the boss fight yet. But Yangus is still a strong boy. I have one thing to say. Oh no.
What's that?
Rocket slime? Uh-oh.
What?
Rockets.
Rocket slime. I feel like that's a thing from, I wouldn't be surprised if that existed in the Atelier games, actually. But they're not called slimes, they're called, something else. Open the door! Boom! It's a really short time.
Nope.
Guess not. Well, you tried. Oh, Rocket Slime is a video game, okay.
Walk past. I walked past. He won't let you.
Uses, it won't do nothing. Crosscutter throws actually kind of sad. We don't have any abilities for Yangus. I don't feel like psyching up things. Actually, I might actually decide to psych up. Yeah, you hit him first. He's gonna call back there? Oh, no. Ouchie, ouch. This is fine, it's fine. Dragon Quest Rocket Slime. Oh! That's a thing? Out here for a... No, I did not remember.
What's this?
Jessica takes a hit. No trouble. Yeah, don't summon any backup. I'm fine with that. Keep doing that. Yeah. Yeah, keep just...
Like they're in the mystery.
I'll send you the ROM, oh boy. Get him, Yangus. I think we're fine. Yangus keeps psyching up. DS game. Huh. Probably one of the games I said, this didn't really do a thing outside of Japan. Yeah, I guess it does. Alright, he is at max tension currently. So let's unload on this poor, unfortunate soul. Oh, hello. She could be useful. Sizzle! Oh, that's orange. Oh, that's a super splash. Okay, Jessica might die. We're just gonna really be mean to that dude.
Rocket slime was not ranked.
Oh no, because it's not one of the main games.
Uh,
Woo!
202!
No, we were looking at Rocket Slime.
The timelines. Make Jessica as useful as she can immediately. Oh, didn't affect him. That's great. Oh, Jessica's dead. I think so is my character. Oh my lord, they're both alive.
Oh my god.
Yangus? What is the odds? Okay. I'm gonna attack. Yangus, you can heal yourself. Jessica... I don't freaking know. Let's try to make yourself. Alright, who's dead? Oh my god. He's gonna attack now? No? Just attacking the middle dude's kind of funny. Okay, who are you gonna kill?
Whoop.
There goes Jessica. Okay. Expected it, but unfortunate. Heal you. You heal this guy. There, we're back on our healing. He might start doing AoEs.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay. Better than last run. We KO'd all our friends here. Let's see if we can get Yangus back up. Oh dear. He's gonna survive that, I'm pretty sure. Ouch.
You know, it's very entertaining to see him struggle with the game.
Yeah, you, you would say that. I have to play smart. Okay, you're lower, so let's...
Why would I say that?
Because you keep saying you've never seen me struggle with a game. This guy has unlimited MP. Okay. I'll stop Yangus, we got this guy. No, we can do that again?
What?
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's troublesome. We're both technically fine for now, although it's gonna bite us in the butt if I just attack him. Okay, so clearly our goal is to take out the middle guy. I knew we had to take him out fast, but I didn't think he'd summon again. I should have known, but... Oh well. Poor unfortunate me. That's not that great. We can still live. Heal Yangus. Yangus, you need to do all the damage. A crit would not hurt my guy. What?
Why you're poor
Made a deal with who? Ursula? Nah. I'm just poor unfortunate because this tortured soul's kicking my butt. There goes the hero. Alright, Yangus, this last hit. That's all we got, my guy. I don't know, we've been doing constant damage for 2 minutes. Oof. Maybe he'll survive next turn? He might be able to move before the tortured soul takes him out. I don't really want to win at this point anyway. I mean, nobody gets XP except Yangus, and he's already ahead, so that's kind of tragic. All right, okay. We need to reestablish our strategy, I think. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna not die.
Yep, that's always a good
Can't
plan.
fail. You can let me walk away, dude. I've got a date with a zombie. Okay, it wasn't through lack of healing, it was just because we didn't do smart choices. Also, Jessica's weak.
She needs love, right?
Yeah, I don't... She's at the level we were when we got her right now. Yangus is 2 levels above that. I don't know why Yangus gets all the XP. I don't know why Yangus is suddenly higher level than everybody. It confuses me. To no end. But it's fine. We'll get there. We'll win. We got this. It's only been 23 minutes. We did all the maintenance we do. Our money's kind of pointless, so as we walk forward, we'll just keep leveling up. Hopefully. One mummy boy.
You should know by now that money.
Well, it's pointless at this point of the game. Can't use it for anything. Except items I don't use. There's no point in using them! Oh man, I love having this item that'll heal paralysis when nothing in the game has paralyzed me yet. I have 5 of them.
You don't use any of them.
No, because I have healing, it's better.
Yeah, but that's because it's dark and you didn't even know.
I haven't ran out of mana yet. There's literally no point to using any of my money, unless they have revive items, which they don't. I'm not even sure revive items, I think, yeah they do, they exist in this game. They have a revive spell. I don't think anyone sells their revive items.
Whoa!
That's a squad. This guy out. This is...
Brr.
See, that definitely don't work. That's creepy. Don't do that. I didn't realize Yangus almost has 600 HP right now. Yeah, he's almost got twice.
I guess he's supposed to be the tank.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, use magic. Yeah, I keep trying to silence everybody.
Further prevented.
Good, got gone. Take out the rest
Okay,
of them.
that's gonna they
something.
die. The wings are still flapping.
It's called death spasms, I'm pretty sure. 31 damage. Wow, look at all that experience. Probably gonna level up. Someone's gonna level up before we get to the end. And poison everybody? No?
No, you don't.
Just
You don't.
deals damage.
Yeah, it only deals damage in this game when you go.
I am Confucian! Lie guy! Why does everybody get sneak attacks on me? I'm so confused. Guys, keep an eye out. What the heck? Oh, no, good stuff. Okay. One of the fly guys will probably die because Genghis exists. Yay, no more magic. It didn't work on anybody except Jessica. Like that. Oh, dude, you died. I warned him. We're gonna make it! See, he didn't even attack me. And then, ooh. Ah, there, see, called it. Jessica, if you could level up, that'd be great. If I could have more than... Wow, yay. Baby boomer! Alright, we got a higher attack power with our boomerangs, which is going to be very useful. Okay. That actually might, like, actually be part of a huge difference between winning and losing in this fight. Jessica needs to level up. She's not level up. Talk to this dilapidated dude. Yeah. Drink my pain, feast on my despair. I will teach you to not try to be Jesus with broken teeth. Okay, so Yangus, you did this thing that was really impressive, and that is do a lot of damage in one go. So let's see how that goes. 16 instead of 11. So we'll have Pyrus on healing, Yangus on Psych Up, and Jessica on just not dying, I guess. I think that's the thing she can do. I think. Whoa, that's a lot of defense defense.
17.
She did 4 earlier, and then she just reduced it by 17.
Really? That much?
Okay. How much HP they have? We're gonna give Yangus a heal.
8.
We're not calling him 8, we're calling him Pyrus, thank you.
No?
No. Okay, I think Crack will do more damage. Let's see what that does.
Well, I'm concerned that's...
Well, that's not his default name. His name people came up with. Pretty sure his default name is Hero.
Oh yeah, but it's not what I called it.
Yeah, well, guess who didn't make the game? Besides, he's not 8, his name is Pyrus. It's written right there.
Yeah, 'cause technically-
No! My tension!
His tension
3
got-
turns just wasted! Ugh! I thought you needed to get hit with a crit or something. Oh!
What is that?
It said it got decreased.
Odd.
Okay, well, good. That means Yangus gets a slapping turn next turn. Jessica, please don't die.
I guess it only went back down to 20.
That's gonna be bad. I can live through this. Get him! Get him! Get him! Put that head back on your shoulders, sir. This fight's over. I don't think it is, but... Good. Everyone's alive? Woo!
Nice.
I don't know. Angus, you can keep that. No, that sounded worse than I meant. Okay. Still not dead. Got over 200 HP, we knew this, but that's rough. You're doing great, Yangus. Okay, I could squelch Jessica if I wanted to. I don't think she currently needs it. I will heal myself because I don't know how much actual damage this guy's gonna do. I don't want to waste time on Psych Up. Let's keep going. I think he's actually over the 300 point mark, and that's kind of... Yangus. Come on. Did the skeleton have to do it? Yes, he did. Just because he's not even taking damage. That's interesting. Get him. Please, you need to die, sir. Again. Stop! Okay, this... Oh no. I had sap on him, and it expired. Okay, they're attacking me. Nice. I'm gonna run out of MP very quickly. Sizzle! Uh-oh. Jessica's dead. Yep. Shoot. Jessica Whiskey.
What?
Jessica Wesicky? How am I supposed to give her XP when she keeps dying? No! I didn't want to do that! Well, that'll screw us. Oh! That's an option? He dodged the attack! Okay, that... Ooh! Where was this for the last runs? Both of them dodged the main guy's attacks. Yeah. I feel like those bombs are... Angus, I'm tempted to have you psych up again, but it's not. 20 damage again. Good thing I'm healing myself. There's only so much this one heal spell can do. Yangus, you keep doing that epic swipe attack and it's not doing anything for me. You gotta actually execute the man. Aim for the neck! You have a scythe! I'm gonna chance it. It's probably a bad move, but we're doing it in. Is this where he casts Sizzle? Okay, good. This is the regular attack. We might lose Yangus. No, he's fine. Oh, finally! Oh, we have to wipe out the mods, the ads too. We're fine. We're fine.
Yep, I knew it.
The ads are fine. The ads are weak. Yangus, no. Yangus, squelch because we don't have it otherwise. We survived both your hits. Also, you decided to go first. That's pretty impressive. Good job. Good. Excellent. This is where the terrible duo actually shows us that we don't need Jessica to make it out of here. We're bad eggs. Get him. Destroy. Yeah, I'm kind of hurt that she doesn't get the XP, but there's no walking out of it. Okay, one more hit. Once someone actually gets a revive spell, this will be a lot less problematic. Finally! No one took us half an hour.
Yay!
And no one leveled up. Goodness. My goddess, my dear sweet goddess. Yeah, go see her. Get out of here. At last I shall rest cradled in your blessed arms. Woo! Full heal. I bet Jessica would have leveled up if she hadn't been dead. tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, doesn't even matter. Just like Japanese purple. I don't see us being able to damage this line on purpose. Yeah, so it ran. There's a bunch of Dragon Quest games. It is a huge series.
Dragon Quest Monsters. Oh, it's on the
Oh, there's a bunch of mobile games, yeah. Alright, here we go. I keep underestimating what Psych Up does. I really shouldn't. Okay, we made it to the Abbey. Cool. Start by breaking these barrels because they offend me. Ah, nice, a mini map. How do they not see you? They're not even. Oh, wow! Look at. We could have just waited, and we could have just made it past the guards anyway. But no, because they got killed. Which I don't understand, because Dalmagus had already passed by the time we got there. But
I guess the guy either killed him.
no, Dalmagus killed him, probably. Seems to be acting normally. Well, then he suddenly went mad. He started laughing hysterically and ran up to the Holy Father's chamber. Tried to stop him, but even with the three of us. Oh, F in the chat for the abbot.
He's that strong.
It's a cutscene, me da ba ba da boop. Oh, the abbot's still asleep. Hello, abbot. Creepy. Vegas knows how to fly. That's a face. Is that a fight? No, he just disappeared. Oh! That's a new level of creepy. Fair to say, I think the abbot might be dead.
What sinister presence lingers?
That is a
in
choice of
here?
a hairstyle, my dude.
And who are you? Did you want to speak with me?
Munchie!
There they are. It's them.
Pardon
You'll
me?
be damned for trying to take Abbot Francisco's life.
Excuse me?
On Earth? What's going
Do
on?
I look like a jester? Oh, I play Marcello.
Abbot Francisco, Captain Marcello, at your service, as always.
Ah, Marcello. Tell me, what's happening?
They're framing me.
There has been a breach of security. Many of the guards have been seriously wounded.
What?
What?
I feared you might be in danger, so I came immediately. And sure enough, we've caught these criminals.
Since
They've been
midday.
loitering around the abbey since midday.
It's been that
It
short
seems
time,
we were
huh?
just in time. I thank the goddess that you're safe.
Uh-huh.
Wait, these people are no criminals.
Yeah, man.
Please, Holy Father, they were caught red-handed.
No, man.
Look into their eyes. See their pure hearts. These people.
The abbot knows what's up.
Of nothing.
But nothing.
What?
But we must find out what they were doing here in your residence so late at night. At the very least, let us ascertain that. Please.
We're going to.
You really are a warrior.
Some of these characters are so quiet.
If you must.
Thank you, Holy Father.
Holy Father.
So, shall we go?
The look in your eyes tells me maybe you ain't the purest guy in stock here. Ooh.
Maybe he's.
Dormammu? Wrong game. Dalmagus? Genghis does not look like he's happy to be here. Actually, none of us do.
Now look here, we ain't done nothing wrong.
Nothing!
Yeah, we told you. It was your man who asked us to check up on the abbot.
Yep.
What right have you to keep us here?
Yup.
The abbot is too forgiving. If you're innocent, then who attacked my men?
Dalmagus!
I, on the other hand, am not so forgiving. You won't fool me, so don't try. You'll confess in it.
That sounds like
Who is it?
You sent for me, Captain.
Come in.
I hope you clean that up, my dude. You good?
Yeah.
I have a question to ask. But there's something else first. We've just arrested these intruders in the abbot's residence. They were attempting to take his life.
Clean up the mess.
They wounded 6 of my men.
We wounded nobody. Whistles.
Very well. The problem is this. My guard is watertight. I make sure of that. There's no way for an outsider to get inside the abbey. Unless, of course, they have inside help.
Angel's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
And would you believe it? When we searched their possessions, we found this ring.
Uh-oh!
Templar Angelo, where is your ring? Show it to me now, if you have it.
Angel's just laughing.
It's turned up. Thank the goddess.
What?
Someone stole it from me at the pub. And it looks like they're about to learn that crime doesn't pay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Stole it? What? You little fibber.
Yeah, Angus is about to crack skulls.
We waited for a ring like that. He set us up. I should have known better than to believe a single word from the mouth of a filthy cheat like you.
Get him, Jessica.
I have nothing further to say. You can find me in my chambers.
Wait! We're not done here. Fine. I'll deal with him later. First things first. You've wasted enough of my time. Don't try my patience. I want answers. What did you plan to do to the abbot? Confess.
Confess to Dalmagus.
How many times have we got to tell you, eh? We ain't got nothing to confess.
Angus about to start busting
What
shots.
is it now?
Abbot's dead.
We found a suspicious monster loitering outside the abbey.
True, no!
What? What kind of monster?
It's a little green thing!
Ouch! Ugh. What the devil do you think you're doing? You, Yangus, Jessica, what are you all doing in here?
Conveniently goes over my
You
head.
were gone for such a long time. I was getting rather worried. So I just decided to come and look for you when
I
this...
think Jessica's just looking away. Our character's looking straight at him.
So, this monster is afraid of yours then?
I don't think this proves
So
anything, my guy.
much for your pure hearts.
My dude.
What's wrong with you? Unhand me at once, you insolent ruffian!
This prince is...
Get him off
Not this
me.
prince. This king is absolutely, unbelievably
You are
dependent
in
on me.
league with the
and it's annoying.
monster. You may have deceived Abbot Francisco, but you don't fool me. It was the monster who ordered you to steal the ring and infiltrate the abbey, was it? You cursed heathens.
Sure, I don't think anything else
You
will
can
change your mind, my
scare
dude.
people by killing the abbot, did you? Make them question their faith, and then move in and take
Whoa,
control.
this guy.
I suppose. Take these monstrosities to the cells.
Right, Dalmagus says funny things to people's
Come
minds.
dawn tomorrow, I will have you tortured. Perhaps then you will realize
That doesn't sound very
gravity of the
nice.
Sins you have committed. Until sunrise.
He looks like Vegeta if Vegeta had slick
Sleep
back
well.
hair. No wonder Trunks.
Why
Because
doesn't the king ever say, "Look, I'm king"?
no one believes him.
Oh, look at that. He just said it.
Take a nap, I guess. When in doubt, sleep it off.
Someone's coming.
Well, the only person who wears red in this entire building is Angelo, so.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to see you're all looking so well.
Listen, Trunks.
Come here, you!
I have no doubt
Now,
you might be able to
control
break
your
these
temper.
doors.
I must apologize for before. Perhaps you will accept this as conciliation.
What are you up to?
The guard upstairs might hear if we talk now. I'll explain later. Come on.
Yikes, and duty.
Follow me.
The abbot's dead.
The guard's up ahead. Right, no one make a sound, okay?
Okay. Stealth games are not my forte, so I'm glad they don't make me play it. Huh.
I seasoned his supper with a generous pinch of sleeping powder.
Where do you get all this stuff?
It worked. Sleeping like a baby.
Angelo? I think he runs a black market.
Okay, through here.
That was Yankees' stuff, job.
Don't be silly for me.
I didn't think that
Right,
Angelo was.
we're safe in
such a
here.
badass.
You can talk again now.
I don't know if I'd call him that.
Good. Tell us what's going on. What ordeal
That's
do you
what
intend
I
to put us
call
through next?
Like I said, I'm sorry about before. If I hadn't lied about the ring, Marcello would have been onto me like a shot. And I haven't got anywhere else to go if I'm chucked out of here. But I came to get you out, didn't I? Come on, don't be angry. Anyway,
That's an
let
Iron
me show
Maiden.
you something you won't have seen before.
That's a dude.
Well,
Don't do it. He's just gonna toss him in, isn't he? Yup.
There. And that's real blood on those spikes, you know. If I were to throw you in there and shut the door, your whole body would be skewered. I could make you holier than thou.
Holier than thou.
Not bad.
But there's a secret passage.
Ooh. Can you hear me out there? There's a secret passage in here.
Of course there is.
Like I said, not bad, eh?
Smart guy.
Rusted and Saint Iron Maiden leaders meant to climb inside. That's the spirit.
What's your game, eh? First you grass on us for something we ain't done, and then you come and help us.
Angus believes in all.
Sorry
Yangus
if I
believes in
confused
honor of
you.
thieves.
The
Among
people
thieves.
here have a bit of a trust issue with me. I couldn't
Okay.
stick up for you before. It would have backfired. The man who interrogated you, Marcello, he hates me.
Foob. Mood.
That's why I had to let him put you in the cells before I could help you.
That's all well and good. But you still don't know us from Adam. Ain't you worried about us being friends with this old monster, eh? You're just happy to let us go, are ya?
True, I don't know anything about you. And I
There are
wasn't there
stories
when you were
about the
caught,
castle that went
but
up
I
in
do know
horns,
you
so-
saved the abbot's life. Because
Kinda
just before you
curious
were brought
that-
to the interrogation room, the sinister feeling that's been lingering in the air went away.
I'm kind of
must
curious
thank you
how
for
come
that.
some people don't hear it, have
I'm not
not
so
heard about it.
ruthless that I'd hang you out
Maybe
to
it
dry.
didn't go spread far enough.
I mean, they're definitely far from Trodaine, I'll tell you that much. Trodaine is a later
And
level.
besides, I couldn't stand by while there was a lady in trouble. Marcello's a rather talented inquisitor, you know.
See, having played a lot more video games and read a lot more stuff since the last time I heard that line,
This
I know now
leaves
that
us-
talented inquisitor just means I can force a confession out of you.
Yep.
And that's not good. Oh, the other ruined house, the farmhouse from earlier.
Medea! My Medea! You're safe.
Where's the cart?
Were you lonely without me? There, there. It's all right.
We'll leave this horrible place at once.
Yeah.
The princess and I will go on ahead. Make sure you're not too far behind.
I mean, you can't go anywhere without us. So.
Princess? Whatever. Come on, let's go.
He's like, don't bore me with the details.
You'd have to work pretty hard to mess up your escape from here. Anyway, I'm sorry for all the trouble.
This is where we walk out and
So,
Martello's
this is
there.
farewell. May the goddess watch over you on your journey.
It feels like one of those situations. Surprise? Oh dear.
The bridge. Is the whole abbey on fire?
Probably.
That jester didn't come back again.
Of course he
Oh,
did.
No. I've got to save the abbot.
Bad news for you, my friend. Oh, the bridge to the back is burned, so we can go through the front door. Okay, cool. Oh, wow! These guys are still picking fights, huh? A chain eye. Well, it's not working great, I'll tell you that much. Whoa, he actually insta-killed that thing. Jessica did not lay a hand on that one. Bye! Oh, I thought it was way further behind. Oh no, you got a massive HP boost in the last level up. Okay. Yay, Jessica, you've done it!
Yes.
Get all that. You get snooze and some skill points, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whippersnapper! She learns Whiplash! I love the titles they have. Whiplash is just a bad move.
Snapper.
I think I understand the concept. They have abilities that do small damage twice, but if you psych up, it'll do a lot more. I get it. That makes sense. Because they'll add that bonus to both attacks, not just the first hit. I might have to work on that or something. It's just psyching up takes a whole turn, which can be kind of problematic. Not problematic, which is... It is what I would call a bet. Woo! Yangus is back! He just leveled up. 9 skill points, my dude. Alright, size. Competent Chopper. Steel Sickle. Which I have to assume is a stealing move. You think they'll let us pray up front?
No.
The Abbey's on fire and you want to confess now? What are you, bonkers?
Ow.
Do not panic, it's just a small fire in the kitchen. We'll soon have it out.
Small.
Nobody set the kitchen on fire. The whole place is on fire. This guy's full of it. He is letting me sin. Oh, yes, you can always confess to the goddess. Yes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many places are on fire. Do not worry. I promise the goddess will always hear you out. Don't call me my child, my dude. Just cringe. Alright, so the whole place is on fire. I'm starting to think that maybe Dalmagus just doesn't like people in general. Who's the last guy he killed? Milos was his teacher. This guy's a religious leader. Tried to kill the king.
Maybe this isn't like.
It's possible. I don't remember if they explained his motivation by the time I played the game.
Why would they teach me how to use something like 6 or 7 months after they already gave it to me?
What?
They're teaching me how to use the toaster 6 to 7 levels after I already got it.
Don't worry about it. Munchie! Angelo! No, you can't use that sword.
Damn! Where's Marcello?
Where do you think? Yes, good job. You figured it out.
Sinister presence again. No, not sinister. It's worse than that.
Yep.
It's pure evil. As if all the demons of hell had gathered to feast upon Abbot Francisco.
I told you the abbot is dead. Good run. We made it. Yeah, we've not had good luck with bridges so far. Yangus broke a bridge. Angelo broke a bridge.
It's locked from the inside.
That's...
Marcello? Are you in there? Damn.
Where
What's
did we go?
going on? It's no good. It won't budge.
Because you don't have an Angus.
You
a
lot.
Yangus.
Did you follow me here?
You followed us here.
I need your help. Just one last time, all right? We're going to have to do this by brute force. There might just be enough of us.
We have Yangus.
The door's locked from the inside. We've got to break it down. Come on, everyone together.
We don't need a whole bunch of people. We just have the need of one Yangus. See?
Yes.
I did like that scene though. That was cute. Bang, boom, bang, boom. All right, Angelo, what's the deal? He's dead, right? What happened? Come on, stay with it. Tell me what happened. The who on earth did this? He's dangerous. Captain Cello is in trouble. He's not gonna make it. Upstairs, come on, let's go. You're with me, right? Yeah, we're going. Oof. Get the jester. You must save the abbot. Ugh. Not sure how I felt about the animation of that dude falling down the stairs, but yeah.
I mean, it is older animation.
Hey, it's just it looked a little weird. Oh. Suddenly Marcello uses spears? Oh no, it's a rapier. Okay. Oh no, Marcello!
Marcello! It was all that jester. I couldn't stop him.
I told you! Oh, you didn't listen to me!
But you can't let him.
Can't tell me what to do?
Yes, he has an issue.
This is an order. Templar Angelo, get the abbot to safety.
Right. You get him to safety. Oh, well, there goes Angelo as well. Wait, how did he fly him back? I'm confused by that.
Now, nothing stands in my way.
I mean, I'm right here.
You dare lay a finger
It looks like he has Raccoon's face
Francisco.
with one of the Kai's hair.
Don't worry, Marcello. I will be fine. I have given myself to the goddess. If it is her wish, I am prepared to die.
This guy just said, hey,
My
if it's my, it's not,
wretched
feels like my
sinner.
time with extra steps.
If that is not her wish, nothing you can do will ever harm me. The goddess will protect us all from whatever
I've got a
evil
cross!
you can muster.
Well, what faith you have. Let's put it to the test, shall we?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Wait!
Wow,
wait.
you ruined it. Good job, Trode.
God blimey! It's been a while. Dulmagus.
Ah, if it isn't King Toad, looking as small and ugly as ever.
Shut up! Return my daughter and I to normal at once.
He actually gives no...
done to my
No, he
castle.
doesn't care about anything that's happened outside of himself. I want to cancel this man. Holy cow. Well. I told them the abbot was dead. They didn't listen. You know what I'm confused about? Is why are they accusing me of stuff when the 6 Wounded has seen Dalmagus?
Such
It's
a
up to now
pity.
or prior?
Prior.
It seems fate and your benevolent goddess are both on my side.
Oof.
Yes, such a pity. Poor Francisco.
I'm kind of confused as to why there was a huge explosion of light, but yeah. He just tossed his thing. Okay, so killing people with a staff seems to boost him for some reason.
My work here is done.
Maybe.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Also, why
Right
is
now.
killing the abbot ensuring that he'll have?
Because of the power boost. Well, that sure did happen. He poured it over the whole. Following day under a heavy cloud of rain, Abbot Francisco's body was committed to the ground. Meanwhile, Dalmagus slipped away into the darkness once again. Marcello, who somehow managed to escape injury, explained to everyone the events of the previous night. Pyrus and the party were cleared of any suspicion. Even the kid has a monk cut. I hate it. Everyone at the funeral felt a terrible sorrow at the loss of the abbot, and the heavens too wept tears. The rain continued until dawn, the start of a new day. Dum dum. Well, at least we got to sleep. Ah, my bed isn't against the wall. I guess, yeah, I was supposed to get up. This is the 3rd time in the game they make you do this.
Where you have to actually stand up.
Yeah.
Ah, you're awake. I realize I said it before the funeral, but I just wanted to assure you that everyone knows you're innocent. If it weren't for you, Captain Marcello could well have been killed too. We're all in your debt.
Okay, so travel
Okay,
around.
not in the corner. Gross.
The Templar captain has summoned you to his office. See you later then.
Yeah, you're gonna go see your jerk of a Marcello. Maybe he'll give me a new boomerang. Oh, I don't have any friends. Alright, probably there. Oh, you, the captain's been waiting for you. Hurry up, then stand out of the way! It's Captain Marcello's chamber. Well, stop talking so I can open the door. Oh my god. Hey, you rocking that headband. Why is Trode already here?
Ah, there you are. I trust you slept well.
Oh yeah, I slept great without the weight of false accusations bearing down on my chest.
King Trode has explained everything. I apologize for having doubted you.
I demand your left finger.
Dalmagus is the true culprit. In the name of the goddess, We must strike down that dire.
You don't get to invoke the
But
goddess
I
anymore.
cannot leave here now.
You're thirsty for torture,
As
bro.
the new abbot, I have much to do.
Oh, he's the
I
abbot
must
now.
be here to
Well, this
guide my
religion's
people.
dead.
So, I was wondering, according to what King Trode tells me, you are all pursuing Dormagus.
Yes.
So I have a proposal. I would like my brother Angelo to accompany you on your quest.
Uh-huh.
Brother? I thought you said you wouldn't have a rule breaker as a brother.
Quiet! I wasn't talking to you.
Trunks does not look happy.
Angelo, you are the only one we can spare at the moment.
Yeah, the only one wearing red, Angelo.
Everyone else here has duties to fulfill. Only you are without such responsibilities.
This guy's still a jerk.
I'm useless, you mean? No need to beat about the bush. Fine, I understand. You've
Oh,
made
you can
yourself
unlock.
perfectly clear. I will leave the Abbey. I will travel with these people. And I will avenge the Abbot's murder.
Great. Awesome. Sweet. Slam the door? No.
I'll be waiting by the carriage with Medea then.
Trode? You're fired.
This is a map of the world.
Finally, a world
If you're
map!
going to catch Dormagus, I'm sure you'll find it indispensable. Consider it a peace offering for having doubted you and your friends.
I'd still rather one of your fingers.
Please. Very well then. I entrust Angelo to your care and wish you well on your journey.
I don't want your well wishes. I never want to have to look at you again. You're a jerk. The abbot was a better man than you in every single sense of the word, and I only had one conversation with him. Also, I like that they don't explain why the abbey has been just sapping money from people left and right.
Right? Although it's probably one of those winners.
Yeah.
Angelo!
Hello again. Well, it looks like we'll be seeing a lot more of each other. I hope you don't mind.
Spin around like
me
Jessica did.
along. I'm not doing this because Marcello ordered me to. I'm doing it for Abbot Francisco.
Yeah,
He
man.
was like a father to me. That jester, Dormagus. He can't get away with this.
I think he has, but sure.
This place. I'll be glad to escape.
Like, I don't like this place. Good. This place is filled with toxic people.
And anyway, I promised you, didn't I? I said.
I
would
honestly
reward
think
you.
your presence around Jessica is not what you would consider a reward.
So, Jessica, from now on, I'll protect you. I won't leave your side.
Speak up, man!
Consider me your personal body.
Sure, Romeo, in your dreams.
Yeah, he spun. Excellent.
Okay, let's hit the road.
Cool. He's in our party. Let's go buy you some equipment, Angelo, because you're not allowed to use that sword. Oh, he has the ring that we weren't allowed to use earlier. What? Huh? Huh?
Eh?
What?
Ah.
You coughing?
Not allowed.
What is wisdom? What are the stats?
It's not my fault.
I'm gonna assume wisdom is intellect.
Just right next to see.
Old rosary.
Oops. Oh, it's Are swords banned? They are because the people have chosen staves. I got Mag Tuxedo Mask vibes from him for some reason. Gotta see it. Alright, so both him and Jessica are level 12, which means they're at the appropriate level. We're going to pick them now, I think.
Oh yeah, not everybody knows that Twitter determined.
Yep, the Twitter people's determined what they're equipped with, and Twitter has decided that Angelo is going to be our magic boy! Now, I don't remember how to get to him. So we're just going to continue down that way, I guess.
I mean, you have.
Yeah, it just doesn't move and tell me where we're going. Vinky, Vinky! Yeah, Zoom requires you to be places. Angelo has heals, that's good. No abilities, though. He also has whoosh. And he has a buff spell. Beautiful. Bing. My work here is done. You didn't do anything. You're welcome. Yep. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I guess it's broken 100 HP. It's gonna hurt to take the stab and that away from him. Swords do more damage than stabs. Fine, we have 2 melee users, I guess. Angelo also cannot equip the same swords that the main character has. That's the gospel truth.
We'll make it through. With whatever Twitter decides.
Well, Twitter's done deciding. They won't give me a 5th character. Ding-a-ling! I wonder if there are... There won't be any more dragons until the stream, I don't think.
The game does give characters.
Does it? What are the other characters?
I do know one of them is,
Marie?
Yeah.
Mori? From the Monster Arena?
Yeah.
That's weird. Alright, let's go buy weapons and stuff. Ragazzo. Sir, I heard you had some staves, sir. You have 1 wizard staff. I'm actually too broke to buy it. Can't believe I can't sell my world map. How about you? You sell anything interesting?
King Trode is a party member that doesn't fight.
What's the point of having him?
Exactly.
New concept. To me. I'll buy another turban if I can. I think I have just enough to buy another turban. Yep. Give it to Yangus. We'll be matching. Hat buddies! Ba-doodle-doo. I didn't sell the other hat, but I don't care. This town literally has like 1.5 buildings. I don't know where I'm going. Let's go to see the church here. Great. Let's hope we can get to the next boss before the end of the day stream. We have 3 bosses for 3 streams. That's not so bad. Yes, you are.
You didn't go yesterday.
I didn't really have a choice.
You could have gone yesterday.
No, they didn't. Get him!
Or does that say good?
I don't know if that's what I would call it, but they were pretty certain that I wasn't going.
Well, that's what we would do.
Logic based. Well, you have to bring the baby though.
Okay, so the 3DS version only gives you 2 extra parts.
Yeah. Orianne.
Red.
Who's red?
You'll have to find that out.
We don't have that game.
She shows up in the original, just not as a part.
Well, then I've already seen her. Because I've gone further than you.
Have you ever got past Olmegas?
No. I scanned the castle. That's not...
Have you been with those? I'm past Omegas.
I have been.
Oh, never mind then. Hey, brownies!
Not. Although it didn't end without a major cost.
Okay, psyching yourself up, not in mind. You don't pay attention to that mechanic. That shows you. Boom! We're doing great. No one's leveling up. We're doing great. I feel like I'm supposed to go to pick 'em. I guess we just follow the road. They didn't give us any directions. The map doesn't give us any directions either. Map doesn't even mark places we haven't gone.
Oh, that's fun.
Get him! Toppled.
Yeah.
Wow, Jessica not taking any damage is quite impressive. Boom! She slimes? X slimes. I don't know.
Dead slimes.
No. See, if like I open my world map, it looks like this. It's like, ah, yeah, that sure is a road. And then you zoom out, it's like, ah. Yep, I guess there's only really one way to go anyway, so.
Yeah.
You get a mount later on in the game, I'm aware, because the strategy guide told me, but... Maela Abbey or Scantha Castle. It still doesn't say we're getting close, so that's fun. A bag of laughs and a puppeteer, and then another bag of laughs! Ooh. I choose to attack the puppeteer first. I feel like it's more dangerous. One frizz spell? What? Oh. Don't you mean the same puppet? Hit one. Fizzle. Oh, fizzle you. Oh no, Angelo can't cast spells. Oh. Wow, that bag's got a lot of nerve. Oh, he changed his... Oh no. Jessica and Yangus don't get it. Okay, they're just... Status effect squad? I'm not a fan here. It's so funny! It's funny because there's a There's a Draki and there was a Golem and they were puppets? Get it? Guess not. Joke's not funny anymore because the guy who told it's dead. Yeah, this TV has better pixelization compared to the original. The one from upstairs, I should say. You just follow the road. You can't get lost. Oh boy, we got panpipers! And brownies. Okay, we'll take out the brownies first then. Panpipers will put it to sleep this time. The sound design is glorious. I love it. Like, it's not gonna be one of my top 10 anything, but I like the sound design. It just fits so well to the game. Get to take that, brownie. Boom! We don't like brownies in this house. We're more of a cookie person. I don't know. Jokes. Yes, but I beat the brownies. I think it's supposed to be brownies because
they're brown. Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, he's alone. Oh well, I guess. Sorry, Panpiper. Doesn't matter how red you are. Get him!
I actually forgot that they can do that.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if they don't get to do anything about it.
Yeah, but once they turn red, they hit hard.
Doesn't matter if they die.
Yeah, I guess not.
Is that up there?
Once they do get to move.
It's just an old man. Oh, we don't often get travelers all the way out here. You all know the castle. I don't want to interfere, but you really should bother with the castle. You're really a waste of jail. Well, you can't tell me. Okay, what happens to the scan though? Oh no, not a she slime. Oh wow, we get a first.
They're
full
too
turn.
stunned.
Angelo, you're set. Eh. And then Yangus will execute him. Told you. One Panpiper is not much of a fight. The she slime doesn't count because it's just there to soak up half damage. It literally gets eliminated in one hit, so... Oh wait, I think that's right.
Actually, there. I think there might be an enemy. Because you don't have a sword. Something hard enough to withstand any attack.
We don't use swords here. I don't know, but Welsh is made of the captors. Not a hard-working girl. She's not been able to take any holiday for these past 2 years now. My two best friends. So on the way to the castle, just follow the path in the east and you'll come to it eventually. Look at that loom. Like, I've only got 61 HP, I'm not worried about it. Can we get some milk? There's a cow right there. Oh. Panpippers! Look at all that free XP. Get him! Wow! Still no one's leveling up. This is fine. Accept this as fact. Is this a church? Hello there! It is a church. I'd like to rest in our chapel. Yes. We usually accept a small donation, but tonight you may stay for free. Nice! We're taking a nap, and it's free! Oh, hello? Oh, okay. That was odd. I think? I don't know. Control just taking a nap, then he can't sleep properly, I guess. They let him in, that's something. Angelo, my boy.
Ah, Angelo. You look...
Okay, you're taking too long to speak.
Maybe it would help to get it off your chest, hmm? And not that
Oh
I'm
my
on
gosh,
the
Trode is
force
actually doing
kind.
something nice. Impossible. Incredible.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe things will never be right between us. He, Marcello, will never forgive me.
Tragic.
If only we didn't share common blood, I'm sure we'd get along fine.
Oof. What did you do to Marcello? Obviously. Look at that full moon. Beautiful. Oh, there's no full moon.
Abbot Francisco was always well known around these parts for his benevolence. He'd often take in children who had nowhere else to go.
Okay, cool.
And I was one of them. My parents were well off, part of the aristocracy. But then they both died.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I was left with no family and no money. The abbey was
So
the
you were an
only place
orphaned
I
rich
could
kid.
go.
Interesting. So you went to the monastery yourself? Okay, okay.
Oh, they're no longer for
What?
I just noticed it was no longer for
Well, they weren't talking anymore. Gotta love the sepia decor. Yeah, I bet an abbey is a pretty scary place for a kid. I'm not doing it on purpose. Okay, I believe you. Is that Marcello?
You're new here, aren't you?
I thought you were supposed to be
Are
related
you
by
here
blood.
to join the brothers? Have you come all on your own?
He said, I'm coming.
Oh,
Yeah, that means the
you
same.
must be exhausted. Where are your things? Is that all you've got?
He's a child.
My mummy and daddy died.
Oh, even as a
So
child, he was
I
super
don't
quiet.
have many things, and I don't have anywhere else to go.
You sound a lot like me. But there's no need to worry. Abbot Francisco and all of us will be your family.
Okay, so Marcello
from
was
now
not a
on.
butt.
Let's go and find the abbot. Come on now, don't cry. Why don't you tell me your name?
This is where he says, I'm Angelo, and then he goes, what?
Angelo.
Yep.
You. So you're Angelo.
I don't understand that, but okay.
I want you to leave. You leave and never come back. I don't ever want to see you again.
What the heck?
So you're intent
Probably.
on ruining this
I
life
don't
for me
understand
as
why.
well? Are you?
Like, how do you recognize this kid you've never seen, apparently?
Marcello was the golden...
You're gonna tell me there's only one Angelo in the entire world?
He studied hard and had a bright future ahead of him. But when it came to me, his attitude wasn't so positive.
I'm so sorry, child. I'm sad to say I heard that little exchange. It's so
Yeah?
unlike Marcello to act like that. I just don't understand.
It's possible that
Ah,
Angelo's mother
I see.
gave him up to
I
have a better
always
life.
knew he had
A half-brother.
brother. That's you, isn't it? You're Angelo. Well, they say time heals all wounds.
Psych!
Let's hope your living here will make everything all right. Now,
So he
come
probably felt
along with
abandoned.
me.
His mother's
From
husband
today
probably isn't his
onwards,
dad.
This will be your home. Why don't I introduce you to everyone?
Not long after that, I heard the full story for the first time.
Tell us.
About how I had a half-brother who was born from an affair between
Oh,
my father and
never
one
mind.
of the maids.
They don't have the same mom, they have the same dad.
Oh, okay.
And that was Marcello. If I hadn't been born, he'd have been next in line to my father.
Oh boy.
But when I was born, Marcello and his mother were thrown out of the house with nothing to
Sounds
do
like your
with.
dad's the problem in this story.
She died soon afterwards. He had no one. So he ended up at the Abbey, hating me and my father for all
Bruh.
those years.
Don't blame him, but he's still a turd.
Yeah, especially when like your younger half brother is just like, my mom and dad are dead now and I have nothing.
He's a turd.
Quite a bombshell, don't you think? I was so young and innocent then, too. The whole thing hurt more than you can imagine.
Marturdo.
Still, c'est la vie. My
Wow,
father
they
got
spelled
his
it
life.
properly.
He did just what he wanted and then died, and left me to take the consequences.
Of course.
I'm the only one left for Marcello to hate now.
Naturally.
In a way, I can't say I blame him. And it was probably good that we lived together. At least it gave him someone to take it all out on.
I would say it probably
Certainly
made him
added a
worse
bit
because
of
he's a
spice
pretty
to the
big
humdrum life at
Dirkus.
Mayella Abbey, anyway.
Angelo, I'm so...
Selfish?
This story's gone on long enough. Look, it's nearly daybreak.
Both Angelo and Tro gain 1 exhaustion level.
Wait!
Well. I'm so glad we got to take a nap, I guess.
I love how you're getting to see story that your character doesn't actually see.
Thank you, madam. If you don't mind me emptying your cupboards on my way out, that would be great. 1 seed of magic, fantastic, absolutely. Let me just sit up. Get my controller closer to me. It's very nice. Where's the seed of magic? We'll feed it to this Angelo boy. Excellent. What is this magic hide of the beast? Don't care. Where's the save station? Excuse me, sir. May you please heal me? I don't have much money. $351. But I don't... Wait, you don't heal me. What am I saying? Save my game.
They already healed you. They let you sleep for the night for free.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Angelo hasn't healed.
Very good.
You just had added mana. That's not fair.
See? Really nice, actually.
Ouch. Nice.
We got 4 max mana. Well, no one's stopping it now.
No, but you're certainly in the way. Yes.
You are able to get the same moves.
Except you're in the way of how I stack.
False allegations! Look, they're riding on slimes. I don't know what they're made of, but they're slimy boys. Please.
Aren't they called slime knights?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of Bobby. Ooh, 16 damage. Well done.
You are actually competitive.
No, you're gone. You're already gone. See?
I can't.
You can.
You're on my dress.
I'm literally not.
You have a
You put your dress. How can I be on your dress when your dress moved? How can I be on your dress when you just put your dress there?
Wow.
My dress was already there. You sat up and sat on it.
No, ma'am.
Spin.
I should be attacking the brownies, but... Leave! Jessica! Alone! Nana Nina his grandma. Get him, Yangus! Aw, yeah! Whoa! Level 14, baby! Man, leveling up is my favorite part of these games. 5 skill points! Oh my gosh, we're getting so many more. Oh, brave!
Brave.
Tingle!
Tingle?
What does that mean? I don't like that. Doesn't have it for the field, so I couldn't tell you. Just going to Ascantha Castle, I guess.
Tingle is sus.
You say something, dude.
I ain't really talking about the spell, you know.
These, rolling hills. Alright, this time we're gonna focus the brownies.
The same route. How about that?
That's right, deal damage. Get him. Uh-oh. Another one's gonna attack me. You missed! Ha! No. You're dead, dude. Sorry, got bad news for you. Focusing you, too. My character attacks. That character. Angus, don't attack first. Nice. Get him, Angus! Yeah! Brownie's gone. Now, Angelo, if you would do me a favor and just... Beautiful! Thank you very much. Take that. That should kill him. No, he's dead. He doesn't get to be ripped in the ship. Right! I knew that!
Yes, Your Highness. We're in charge.
Right! I knew that! Field slides are cute, but I don't have to worry. There we go, one down. See what I said? Told you I didn't need to worry about them. Huh? That's just rude.
Yeah, they healing magic.
So do I. But Yangus is still gonna take you up. Oh my gosh. Can't believe you survived that. Bro, I need you to stop this right now.
Wow.
Your friend's just gonna drop dead.
Hey, we're doing up first.
Swipe.
And now he's
Told you he was gonna drop dead. I didn't tell him what order, but I said he was dying. Oh my gosh, Jessica leveled up? incroyable. Consider their unique skill to be a lot. Ready Whipper. Increases by 10. Yeah, I consider their unique skill to be a lot more important to allocate points to. Account of how they give them passive abilities and whatnot. So, a little more. Try to keep it balanced. We're gonna get them soon. 2 slime knights, and they're not separated, so that's fantastic. Bop, bop. Wow, she's doing more damage. It's great. No, stop! Yangus, get him. Oh, we don't need Yangus. Now we need Yangus. Get him. Excellent. Wipe out. We win. Take that. Victory is mine. Angelo levels up. It's a beautiful day. Alright. Healer's Tingle.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, I don't currently have Angelo's necessary
Lady Killer.
So, why does Lady Killer make you take poison away? I don't understand that one, but sure. If anything, it makes you toxic. Yeah, I don't have many points to put into staffs yet because we don't have a staff for him, so. I like the corner of my bed. I think that's the castle. Milk!
Oh!
A jum.
Oh, okay. So that's where we find a certain room.
Well, actually, we just have jumps here. It doesn't mean we'll have the rest of it. I know what you're talking about because there's a couple monsters that are 4 monsters that fuse. I just can't remember the name of them. Jambalaya. There we go. Wipe out! Nobody leveled up. That's fair. I felt done a little bit of leveling up, except for Yangus, who's just already on top. So.
I actually thought a different variant of
Yeah, the Jabberwocky. Oh, Mumbo Jumbo.
Yeah.
Woo! You get milk from just straight up cows. Pasteurization isn't a thing in this game, I guess. I guess they all are. Get him! That's right. Yangus? Oh, yeah. Spot. Take that. That's what you get for only having 2 toes on each foot. I don't know what I'm saying. Welcome to Sadville.
Ow.
Looks like the marketplace. It's an item shop. If you're buying, then make it quick. Wow.
Jeez. Rude.
You have rennet powder. What does that do? Oh. Nothing good. You guys have a blacksmith or something? Sell me weapons and equipment and stuff? I'll see you before your customers. Oh, you are well then.
Okay. Okay. He's better than
She's got dagger. He's got daggers. He's got bows. He's got a wizard's staff. I still can't believe and buy one-edged boomerang. We're gonna buy this bad boy when we can. Boomerang, better happy me. Excellent. But we don't do the money for it. How much can I sell this one for? 210?
Oh, oh, oh. Oh.
I think we do prioritize defense. That's worth less than milk. Hello. I'm still super broke. I still can't buy it. I need the staff, good sir. Keep going. Welcome, how may I help you? Still some good one. Some equipment that we can actually use, so that's good. Ah, bronze shields. I need more money! Alright, well. We'll buy this. Scale shield. Actually, I think we can use the scale shield for these two. I don't need both, though, so. Nope. No! Ah, it's because the others can't equip the. Give the man a shield. Wanted to equip it, but I keep pressing. Cool. We all got shields. Is there? What's happening in the castle? Talk to me, people. Why is everyone depressed? It's been too long years since the queen passed away. The king. Okay. This is kind of the castle. Whatever brings you here to our kingdom. Oh, figure it out. Because problem fixers, sort of. Not really. All the way up. Find the throne room. Audience here is just upstairs. If you've come to see the king, I fear you'll be disappointed. Minister deals with the messages now. Okay, so we'll see what this minister has to say to us. Good day, sir. Ah, it's most unusual for us to have visitors here. Welcome to Ascad. Regrettably, you'll find us in mourning for our late queen, so the king is presently unavailable. I'm afraid I must request that you leave. Right? Well.
We're not gonna leave, are we?
King's chamber is just upstairs. Well, let's go bug the king. We have a king in our party, right? He lives on the tower. Ah, there we go.
Are you feeling all right, Your Majesty? It's me, Emma,
Another maid.
the maid. I see you haven't eaten any of the lunch I brought you, Your Majesty. I'll be sure to bring you your favorite for supper.
Emma, you seem to be very loyal.
Please, Your
It's not great,
Majesty.
I guess. I mean, there are better things you could do to be loyal to a king. He's a nice king.
I just want to make sure you're all right. Very well. We'll leave you in peace.
Oh.
Excuse
There's a
me.
cutscene, meaning there's something to do. I suppose we'll follow Emma. Let's not get the key. Appears to be locked from the inside. Yes. And we pop. Yes, sir. Have you seen Oliver?
He's hardly eating a thing either. And I could hear him weeping all through the night yesterday. He was such a benevolent and wise king when the queen was still alive. I'm terribly sorry I'm
stuff
so
happens.
little use to him.
I see. So it continues. It must be difficult for you, Emma. But I need you to keep trying. If the king cannot recover from this,
Country is pretty small.
country will fall apart. I just don't know what to suggest.
Ah, hello there. Do you seek an audience with the King of Ascanther?
I'm actually not sure that I do.
His Majesty has been unavailable to visitors since the period of mourning for the late Queen began 2 years ago. He
That's a
comes
long
down to the
mourning
royal
period for a
suite
whole
every
kingdom, my
night,
dude.
But I doubt
You
that
give
he'll
me a
grant
switch.
you an audience.
Okay. Who's out of the royal suite every
I
night?
realize that that must seem strange to you, but if you return after dark, you'll see for yourselves.
Aha! The next step in our quest is to creep on the king! We're gonna creep on the king. Let's go take a short nap. Gotta find the king at night. Is this the exit, or am I just going downstairs for no reason? Okay. Y'all have an inn in this town, right? Yeah, got it. Open Sesame. Thank you for that. How strange that you want to stay here at a time like this. Not like it's for me to stop you. Welcome to our inn, weary travelers. Would you like to spend the night or just rest for a while? Rest until evening.
Penny, can we turn off the PS5 exterior door?
Why?
Because it's flashing to shit.
I guess.
It's just the exterior.
Trust you had a restful sleep. Please come again.
It is.
Yeah, I guess.
Ah, spaghetti. Ravioli.
No.
Band. What?
We don't. No. Banned.
Why?
Wrong. Incorrect. Because who the heck says that when they sleep?
Mario.
For real, or is that just a video you watch?
It actually happened.
In what game?
Super Mario 64 when he falls asleep.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
Look what I
Ooh,
found.
mini medal. Your Switch? I've never seen those in my life.
Yes, you have, and don't ever say otherwise.
What, did
Because you spent a good amount of money on these.
Did you find your Switch?
No, my husband's wedding.
Wedding?
When I was a child, I used to go see the old lady who lives in the house next to the bridge. She tells me about strange things. My grandmother girl who wishes me to the castle. Okay, hold up. Apparently, you can come to a strange mountain if you go far enough along the river bank. It's not up the path to the town. It's kind of long. Not sure what to make of what those two said. No doubt there's something quite incredible at the top of the mountain. There are a lot of monsters around here, too. Right, I think that's where we're going to be going soon. I don't think this is where we're going. Emma, darling, where's the king?
Caroline, you're gonna have to try these on.
Why?
Because those are your wedding pants, and if they fit, we don't have to buy you new
Well,
pants.
we're gonna wash them first, I think.
Okay. I also found your jacket.
Why did you have to go to heaven and leave me all alone, my dear Sasha? It's been 2 long years that haven't stopped for me when you left. I'm sure my heart died with you. Just one more time, you'd have been in my dreams. If only I could see you just one more time. He's very blonde. Without you, my crown and my throne mean nothing. I'm helpless here, left all alone. Please, my darling Sasha, come to me one last time if you don't mind. Is he gonna say the same thing again? Yeah. Alright, very grief stricken. Hey. What? That's a tie. That's a handkerchief. What is this?
It's all stuff I found.
But not your Switch.
Nope. Well, head to that. I'm just happy that I found that stuff because that'll make it cheaper for your outfit for my friend's wedding.
Maybe.
Maybe. Honestly fit.
Oh, we could go into his room. Spooky. There's just nothing in his room except just looking at stuff, so that's good. Okay. So we have him crying, and he just wants to see her one more time. Where's Emma, though? Speak to her, please.
Shoes!
There she is.
Oh. Did you meet with His Majesty in the royal suite?
Yeah, he didn't say much. Munchie thinks he's weird.
I must explain. The king is refusing to speak with anyone at present. Please forgive him if he caused offense.
I don't think he caused offense. I'm just...
He's never been quite the same since Queen Sasha died 2 years ago. If only it were possible to meet with those who've passed away.
I don't think it's...
Oh, it would mean the world to the king if he could see his queen.
I don't think it's
once more.
Belmagus this time. Though I would blame him absolutely.
You know, my grandmother used to tell me lots of stories when I was small. Lots of very strange stories.
Hmm.
I'm sure there was one about a way to make any wish come true. No, it's no good though. I just can't remember it.
Why not go talk to her?
She'd be happy to tell me if I went to see her, but I'm so busy with work here at the castle. I'm afraid I must ask you a favor. I'd like you to go and see my grandmother. She lives in a house west of here, next to a bridge. Could you
Here to
ask
say
her
all of your
tell you the
problems,
old
lady, I
story
guess.
about how to make wishes come true? Maybe it's just a fairy tale, but if there's any chance it might be true, then I have to try and
This
help
feels
the
so out
king.
of place from the rest of the
Wish
story.
I could go and ask her myself, but there's so much to do here at the castle, and I can't leave him on his own. I'm really counting on your help. My grandmother lives west of Ascanther, in a house next to a bridge.
Yes, yes, you've told me this.
I pray at church every day that the king will be happy again.
Alright, alright. I don't know why you're so simpy for this game, but sure. Ooh! We're going on a trip to the west of Ascanta, flying through the fields. Little pirates! Did why? Hello, Trode.
I see. Magnificent!
Oh my god.
What a dutiful maid.
This is
Worthy
exactly
of a
why I'm not
master,
impressed.
so I am impressed.
Because he's such...
Faithful retainer
Anything
like her
Trode thinks is good is
a
probably
most
bad.
precious treasure to a king. And you say she's about the same age as my dear Medea? Very
She
well.
is.
Now this is an order. I want you to help this maid with her request. I beg your pardon. A detour? Well, if you get onto it quickly,
What
it
if this is
won't
like
be
a side
problem,
quest?
will it? Off we go. We must lend a hand to this delightful maid of yours.
Trode! Maybe you think maybe you're a little biased. I was gonna do it anyway, but now you make me want to not do it because you want to do it. Yikes. The west of Escantha. Ah! I like the way you... Night sneakers.
Oh yeah, there are different monsters that show up
At night, yes. They like to be very dodgy. That first one didn't take any damage. Bounce reduces... Bounce reflects magic, if I remember. Get him! I need the money! Wow, they're squirrely. Yeah, Gotta be Angus and then Angelo. No, you fool! You failed! Well, Jessica's getting a lot more KOs. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, we'll just stick to the west, I guess. Near a bridge. It seems a bridge to the west. I don't think cutting through it's gonna do much, but we're gonna keep going west. As much as we can. Slimy Kenites! Get him. Oh no! Ah, I got... This is fine. Excellent. Excellent. Nice. Good. Yes. Continue. Victory is mine. Yes. Quite. Good. Yes. Good. Quite. Yes. Yes. Quite.
You said that.
Yes. Quite. Yes. Yes. Good. Quite. Yes. Quite. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Jesus.
That's on Sundays.
God!
I am a dad. Not yours, though. Kissers!
Yeah, but I'm talking to you.
There's no one else in this room, sir.
No, what I mean is I'm blaming Dad for this.
Sure. Ah, they do damage, apparently. Good, I guess. Nice, Yangus! Damage dealing is my forte, he says, not Angelo. Nobody's leveling up. It's truly tragic.
Please don't.
We're gonna keep going this way. To the west. Once we get to the west... Shoot, we keep getting attacked. This is fine.
I'm dead.
Ah, that kind of hurts. I can stop talking with this voice eventually, I think.
Yeah, why are you talking like that?
I don't know that. Get him, Yangus! Oh yeah, one re-dead mummy boy. Nice. Wow, actually, I take it back. You guys aren't doing much damage at all. Come on, 2 more. I know we don't have like better weapons for you, which you know I want, but. Whoops. He's alive? Go me? Wow, it didn't take out the lava. Fine. Angelo, can you give it to Jessica some please? Sure. Give me. Excellent. Get him. Yangus? No? Well, Yangus got hit. Still nobody leveling up. This is fine. I don't want to. I'm not expecting them to level up every fight. Okay. I just like to hear the sound of. You know what I'm saying?
It's very satisfying. Very satisfying.
There's a bridge over there, so I guess we're going. Oh, yeah, I'm silly. We went there. We went. They even told us Emma went there. I'm so silly. I thought it was in town. But they told me. No, I'm just kerfuffled. We're walking to get that XP because, as you guys can see, as you folks can see, we've been struggling with the leveling up concept. Well, not the leveling up concept. We've been struggling with the fights. We don't want to keep struggling. So get all the XP we can get. Oh, your breath isn't that sweet. Oh no, Yangus.
Yes.
At least that actually hit it. Nope, I take it back. Haha, he's awake. You thought I was going to sleep through this entire fight? No. Look at that Angelo falling asleep. Look up, Gov. Okay, there goes his nuts. We get some kissers down? Yes? Ah, excellent. One kisser. Perfect. Continue eliminate kisser. Kisser do sweat. Kisser put everybody but Yangus to sleep now. Yangus execute Kisor, yes? Oh, this. What? Yes.
They're like, that much too long. So I ordered size 10 because I've been fitting into the 10s and the 9 in the house.
Okay.
So I called the store. Because it's over 50% off, I am not, they can't do exchange in store. So she's saying...
What do you mean, 50%?
It
was on sale?
Yeah, I got the $66 shoes for $20. So she said, buy the ones in the other size right away off the store, off the website, and then bring those other ones in, and we will refund you.
Okay.
With the box and yeah. But I don't have it.
Okay.
We have 1,000.
You want to delve into the savings now?
I want to.
Neither do I. Yes, it does.
But yeah, I put them on the strap that's supposed to go over your foot. It's over my big toe. That gives you an idea for how big they are.
It feels like more than a size. Yahoo! Yangus gets 8. A superb sickler. Oh, he got both. Oh, he can split his MP. That's not great because he doesn't have much. But they sure decided to give the weirdest people the certain skills.
Toss anything.
What's not? Just identify certain things. I think this quest needs us to do certain things at certain times of the day. If I remember correctly, you gotta climb the mountain at like midnight. Night sneakers. Get him.
Nice.
Because it's a shoe, get it?
Yeah.
Get it?
And they show up. And they show up at night.
Angela, I can't wait to give you a run. You're gonna be less. He doesn't do as much damage as Genghis does. He doesn't have as many abilities as everyone else. So we're getting there. How much gold do we have? Half of what I need. Open Zemzi. You're paying me gold. Just a donation, it's fine.
Donate.
Gonna save. We gotta. Alright. Moving on. The hunt for another boss. Come on. One at a time. Ah, there's the bridge.
Not gonna.
Ah!
I'm having a hard time remembering.
I only remember what's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. If it's a boss in Pick'em, I think it's the Mimic King. It's before Pick'em.
Well, yeah.
Get him!
Oh, yeah.
It's Mimic.
Because you decided to call it that?
Yep. Royal.
It's actually an enemy. Really?
Madam, please, I need to speak to you about your granddaughter.
No, someone punched me in the face.
No. We're looking for the legendary peak. Oh, I found a strange old wall. It's a bit of a letdown. Really, it's just a crumbling old wall. Nothing more. So I came straight back down. All that trouble. Climbing up there, worrying that there might be a monster waiting for me. Be around every corner. What a waste of time. If you go around the back of the house and follow the river downstream a while, you'll come to a path down to the embankment. Once you're down there, turn around and head upstream. They say there's a cave somewhere over in that direction. People around these parts don't go in there, but apparently there's nothing on the other side of the cave but a boring old hill with a nice view. Yes, that's right. Emma's my granddaughter. I'm getting on a bit now, you see, so I know all the old Scanthophone tales. Let's see, an old story might make your wishes come true. It must be the story of that strange hill upstream of you. It's said that if you go there on the night of a full moon and wait quietly at night, all night, into another world will open. It's probably just a silly old fairy tale, though. I'm afraid I can't tell you whether it's true or not. It's so cool and spooky up there, you see. Never known anyone willing to stay the whole night to find out. Alright, so we know we gotta go upstream.
Say, I'm curious. What would you request as your last meal?
I don't know. I love that this stream actually doesn't have stream direction.
Can't even friggin' can't even move the map.
I think I was told to go down to the embankment and just climb up. Whoa, that's a lot of enemies. That's fine. 3 of them are basically non-existent. So, I got the brownie first. Oh, wow. That's not bad. Almost completely. Nothing? I mean, I don't know. Yangus? Whenever I say Yangus, he gets hit. It's quite tragic, really.
I think I want to try it now.
Better run, she's lying.
It can't because it's dead!
I can't because it has no legs.
All I can do is hop. Doing, doing,
I think it's, yeah, hopping, jumping, pumping, bouncing. Okay, so that's there, so we turn this way. I think that's supposed to be upstream. Couldn't tell you. Calamari kids!
Oh!
Time for... The rat. Oh my gosh. Stairs like this. Yep.
One down.
Two down. I think C already hit. Like space stair. That wasn't so bad. We got water monsters now. And they dropped a piece of waterweed mold. I think we get to upgrade the alchemy pot if we use it enough, so I'm gonna try and use it a bit. I think we could fuse these guys.
Fusion.
Put both of those in. Get that a little cooking. Excellent. I do believe you're onto something here. Fantastic. Since we're not using them, we might as well try to boost them a bit.
Speaking of I actually managed to do some pretty strong defense.
Oh, and Shinigami?
Yeah.
Oh boy, monsters I'll never be able to beat. I love it. Let's take a
These are the guys I'm talking about.
Sleep.
These are the guys I was talking about.
Oh, sleep.
Metal slimes.
Yeah. Paralysis. Interesting. Sure, mate. Hero? Okay, how many people are going to be able to do damage? 0. Ah! Oh my gosh, 1 damage. Oh!
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah!
Hopper, no begging. No begging. I see you, Copper.
But yeah, I managed to fuse a lot of different things.
That's the whole point of the game, so. There's a cat! How we know we're onto something.
I even managed to fuse some of the favorites.
Don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Well, one of my favorites being Angelo. I even got Beelzebub.
That's a pretty good one. Angus? Oh man, 0 damage, how exciting. Oh, thank you for the follow, Hoss. Hoss? Hoss, we'll call you Hoss. How you doing today?
Hoss 00. Oh well, it's gone. Sorry, I couldn't.
The numbers also might be just. What? I say thank you for the follow, but hoping it's a real person.
Man, they're so tough and smooth.
Well, they're still attacking, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
It's just if we get to get 1 dead, that's all we need. Ooh.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
Yangus!
Yeah!
You champion! Woo!
Yeah!
That was gonna. There we go. Look at how much XP that's gonna give us. 1,400 each! Woohoo! That's more than any boss we fought so far, by the way.
Yeah. That's a hell of a lot.
Alright, we got lucky from that too. 1, 2, 3. Boomerang skills, Big Boomer. Learn power throw. Jessica obviously levels up. Yankus didn't level up. I noted that.
I was expecting at least.
She got bang. That's nice.
I was expecting at least 400 to 500.
Yeah, I was expecting that. Oh, sex appeal increase. Now she realized those around Jessica.
Just how sexy she can be.
Some monsters will begin to realize how sexy she can be. Not a sentence you want to hear.
Okay.
Hi, playing on PS2. Yes, I am. Heke hey. Heki? Heki? Hiki? We'll call you Heke? Heki? Yeah, we are. I got the original. I don't have the 3DS because I can't stream from one, and I didn't see the point of buying it again. Angelo, you're sad. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow, just a random party of metal slimes and we actually got 1 dead, so that's fantastic. I'm very excited about that. Good. That's the first step to getting onto the right track for leveling up. More, please.
Dante also seems to have some
Dante?
Yeah.
You can summon Dante.
Yeah, you can. You can actually recruit him.
Is it by buying the DLC?
Well, on the Switch.
No, don't put me to sleep again. Oh my gosh. That's okay. The two important characters are still awake.
If you start New Game Maniacs, I think that's how you pronounce it. Instead of Rido, you'll get Dante.
Oh, okay. You get specific difficulty.
Yeah.
I think Jessica might actually be at the best.
Well, no, it's not a difficulty. It's kind of a version or something.
Unfortunately, you're not going to be taking anybody out today.
If you pick New Game Maniacs, the difficulty won't matter. You'll still get done.
Oh, it's New Game Plus.
Sort of. Maybe. I don't.
Get him.
That's that.
No, I don't. They're $1,300.
Like there's some.
Actually, I wonder if the Metal Slime gave us any huge amount of XP or not. XP, yes, but not.
Like you'll see some options in the main menu. One of the options just says new game, while one of the others says
I understand.
new game. So yeah.
Have you clicked on it?
I have.
Okay.
I picked Maniac so that I could get Dante.
Some pretty place. A little bit of renovating. Could live here. Ah, there we go. Walking corpses. Nothing new. Up.
Call it heads or tails.
Neither. Oh dear. They don't do a huge amount of damage, but they
That's actually how it works. Like recruiting Dante, he flips a coin.
Okay. It's luck based. That's gross.
Is that? It's a.
That's pretty much. Yes.
Yeah. Dante from Devil May Cry is actually in the Shin Megami Tensei game. So, if you're gonna recruit Dante, always pick heads.
It's heads.
It's always heads.
That's weird. I'm lost already. I took like 2 steps into this
That's
cave.
the front door.
Hello?
He starts pretty high when you get him though. Starts at level 80.
Doesn't that mean you have to be level 80? Oh!
No.
I don't have to buy a wizard staff anymore. Just give it to the man.
For demons, yes, but from what I've seen, not for Dante. He actually offers to join you.
Water, weed, mold. You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our mold. Okay, Angelo, what can you do? Nah. Oof. We just have a lot of AoE attacks. That's pathetic.
Yeah, currently only one person on the attacks.
Well, technically, Angelo would. Angelo doesn't get to have attacks anymore because I gave him one of the weakest items for physical fighting.
But that's not your fault. That's because Peter decided this is supposed to happen.
Yes, we're punching Angelo for what Twitter decided. Wow, none of them. Well, that's what Yangus is here for. I'm surprised everyone got attacked before they did. Wow, y'all don't like the man with the scythe, huh? They're like, yes, I'm not having this.
So everybody has the weapons
What?
that they were supposed to.
How does he do more damage than whips?
Say what?
Yes.
Say what now? That was actually pretty funny.
We're gonna cast Squelch. He has like 30 something. I legitimately thought staffs were gonna be super weak, and they're doing not bad. They didn't do bad.
You thought the same about the boomerangs.
Yeah, but the boomerang, it makes sense to me because, like, it's, you know, multiple people getting hit.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to find a way that I haven't gone
It hits
before.
everything. Oh my god.
Listen to this. What is power? Full force deliver damage is all at once. Equally beautiful. Sends a whirlwind of signals pirouetting into the enemies. Occasionally allows you to steal items. Nobody got punished. Paralyzing. Ouch. Sad.
Oh, but seriously.
Just sad in general. The damage is
A
crying.
demon. It's like, it's a joke of the century, don't you think?
Oh, Yankees!
Oh, that's
Fine, he got his attack. Alright, that was okay, I guess. It wasn't great. We're testing out abilities now, and it's not doing great. Yankees is still cursed. We're fine, we're fine. Got this. She has Bang. I think Sizz would be better. Yeah. Yay! Okay, well, they're close to dying, I guess. He's already cursed. Yeah, that's all. The sight of Angelo with a staff was just surprising to me.
Huh?
Fine.
What?
Well, my hair is
Get
dyed,
him.
but he wasn't here during the dyeing process, so...
You still have the same face.
Yeah, but when you're wearing a mask, he doesn't recognize you.
I don't think that's true.
When your sister got her hair done and then went to go pick him up, he started crying and refused to come to her.
That's not Mummy. Okay, we haven't been this way, I don't think. Stairs. Stairs are a good sign. More of you! Ah!
We want revenge.
You don't get revenge, you already did. Go to sleep. Doesn't work on me. I'm uncursable. Angus is just like, alright, keep trying, bloke. You're not gonna do great. Can't you see all this armor? I've got the power of friendship on my side. Whoosh is just kind of painful, actually, so let's not. He's supposed to be good magically. I don't think stabs actually affect magic. Unless you have... I guess if you put points into staff, then it's going to start affecting your magic power. That makes sense. Okay.
Oh yeah. I also managed to use most of the fiends. Only missing two.
Deflects it! Get him, Yangus! Yangus is the incarnation of death, and he's coming for these undead. Listen. Doesn't matter what you look like, it matters how you do the job, okay? Get him, me. Pop, 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 pop. I expected some of those to go down. Ah, there you go. That's why you level up Jessica's sex appeal.
I'm not sure if it'll work on every monster. You know.
Maybe that would change, but none of her sex appeal stuff worked, except for when she was fighting against me.
Well, that's because she's based off the lure. When she's the succubus.
Yeah.
Hey, Fox! Angelo!
What?
How you doing today, Fox?
Wait. Flips hair?
Yeah. Angelo!
So
Alright.
the pro tag gets courage, Genghis gets humanity, Jessica has sex appeal, and Angelo has charisma.
Charisma, that's right. I'm good. I have been blessed by Angelo. Oh, excellent. All right, we're going to the top of the hill. We're gonna take a quick
Excellent.
all night.
Whoa! Hello.
You know, I think we're gonna take out the diamond first. I don't know why. It sounds spooky to me. Can I do bang?
I don't know what to say about the diamonds design.
Monsters be creeping. Ooh! That's probably the highest damage I've ever seen Jessica do. That saps MP, if I recall that.
I forgot.
Boomerang!
I forgot they can do that. Some monsters do weird dances.
Get him, Yangas! Woo!
Oh,
I love this man. What? Wait, that's against the law. Angelo does not leave a good first impression for us. Stop! You violated the law! Pay the fine or face jail! Oblivion, I think?
Oblivion?
Oblivion. Good job, dog.
What's up, cops?
There's no cops here.
No, not cops. What's up?
Hey! Shush! You get banished to the basement because you're barking. You keep barking? What's happening? Yangus is level 16 because Yangus is OP. What is she talking about? Okay. Yangus gets no skills. Oof. Hopper. That's a nice little penguin emote. Is that a penguin? Can't see that. It looks like a cat, maybe? Oh, it might be a dog. Now that I think about it. Hopper, no! Hey! Dogs. Yangus gets no skills. I'm like, Angelo! Oh, it's dog pog. Oh! Nice. I see black and white and, like, my eyes pixelize everything like Bucket Bowley.
Oh, those guys.
They do special stuff compared to the vodka archers. But it doesn't matter because Angelo has a staff and he's whacking people with it. Yangus, get him. Oh, yeah!
On your bed. Sorry.
Oh.
On your bed.
I am on my bed.
Not you. You are not a dog.
I'm gonna keep my comment to myself.
I mean, you could totally be a dog if you want with me, but I don't think you want to do that.
Alright, just making our way around the mountain. Just coming around the mountain. Oh! Jessica, you can do... I'm gonna... Dog, please. Bang! Yeah. Hopper! Oh my god. Please. You're on your bed doesn't mean you get to scream, bro. He has mouth and he must bark.
It hit everyone except Yangus, and...
It's because Yangus is a champion. Why he being so smelly? I think there's something going on upstairs.
Yeah. Somebody rang the doorbell.
Whoa, playing cards. Somebody rang the doorbell.
Yeah? You didn't ring the doorbell?
No.
Yeah, the doorbell rang.
Hopper, stop barking. You and me are gonna have a pee problem.
They just let my switch back! Why could it have gone?
Blunt force trauma to the brain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that.
When are you heading out to the...
I don't know. I really don't. Usually a certain person tells me.
Well, you haven't gone the last, like, 20 times, so...
No, I went last time.
You got the
I went on
Bodkins?
Hmm? Hey, hey. Back to your bed. What? What mess?
Your rapper mess.
There's no mess.
Uh-huh.
No, really not. Wow, this hill just kind of bad. It's just a circular hill. I'm so confused. Hold on, we're going up. There's a bridge. Bridges are always good in this game. Surely nothing has ever happened bad in a bridge. Maybe Copper can be called by the charm of Angelo. Oh.
It's a running gag now.
It's been a running gag with Fox and I for a while.
Really? Oh wow, awesome.
So the only thing I know about DQ8 is Angelo. Yep. It's because Fortune Street.
Fortune Street?
Because Fortune Street. Or maybe I kind of want to get Fortune Street one day. Wait, no, it's a Wii game. Never mind.
Ooh, we have a Wii.
Yeah, it's just.
Had like a crossover of Mario and Dragon Quest.
Yeah, it's like a Monopoly type style game with Mario and Dragon Quest. Literally only because of Fortune Street. Jessica's out of MP. I need that nap real quick. Chimera Wing, huh? That's cute. Fortune Street. Okay, well, bridges tell me that's where I want to go. Wow, first non-cursed bridge in the game. Beautiful. Never mind, it's cursed because there's nothing on the other. Wait, no! Don't climb into the well! My bad, I pressed the X button. What the heck?
Oh, come on. Oh, hello.
Not good. Not great. Not good, too. She's out of spells. Alright, so just whack. I like how immaculate the music is, but you're just sort of running around the field. Right? I'm trying to get to, like, there's this special hill at the top, apparently, where you can supposedly get your dreams come true if you sleep there on a full moon, and the door appears and you walk in, and they grant wishes or something. I don't know. They got genies in a door? I'm confused. But we're going there because that's what the game told us to do, sort of, subtly. It's the final countdown! Oh, the chorus for Final Countdown is actually kind of just one sentence. Hi, Star. How you doing today?
Hi, Star.
Fox goes, it's Angelo's theme. Oh. Alright, please let me open this and don't be a can of box. A map of Wisher's Peak. Hold up, this is an actual dungeon you're trying to tell me?
Wisher's Peak.
This game's trying to tell me.
Oh, this is Wisher's
Peak. Not to be mistaken with Witcher's Peak, which is when a Witcher starts losing their hair.
What?
Don't confuse the boy.
I'm not confusing him. I'm hilarious. Okay. I guess.
Bat.
I don't know what diamonds do, but I don't want to let them live. They only do 2 damage. I guess I'm well equipped.
They have like 7 eyes.
That's simple to me.
Yeah, 7 eyes like the red ones.
Sure. That's a comparison you can make, I guess. Yep. Witcher's Peak. Where's your son? Currently at daycare.
Compare all of the characters to the red who have 7 eyes.
Well, the thing is that I don't know a lot of characters that have 7 eyes, so I feel like 7 is not the number people go to give eyes.
Probably not.
Usually they pick an even number.
Or an odd number.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they pick an even or an odd number. You know what that leaves out? 0.
Well, I mean, you can't say just even because people do the 3-eye thing.
They also do the 1-eye thing.
Exactly. Both of them are
Cyclops is.
The no-eye thing is also a thing.
I have a...
With
Oh man, it tells me where to go.
With the piranha plants.
Piranha plants are plants, though. So. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You say that, what's her name? What's her name in Farscape?
Oh, right. I forgot
Zan.
about her.
You tell that to Zan, huh? You hear that, Zan? You're not people.
Oh, so yeah, there are some things that have no eyes.
Leave my MP alone, bro. I'll be here, but I'm going to be lurking. Well, that's okay. As usual, we appreciate you. I appreciate it. Running the stream. I don't know why I say we.
Because everybody says we.
Who says we?
Anyone who runs any sort of small business, whether it's a stream or it's like an actual small business. Because when we say we, we're actually meaning me.
Oh, so everyone who runs a small business.
Nice.
We say we to make ourselves look like, make it seem like we have an
We're
actual.
royal wees. Gotcha.
Yeah.
We appreciate your lurking. It is very helpful to the stream's algorithm. Thank you.
Oh, the sun going.
Subject: Starry Cosmic.
The sun going like orphan from Final Fantasy. Actually, I think. What?
Cute. No.
Motion denied.
No.
Wait, what?
Same goes with Venom.
You mean wait, what?
Yeah, but Venom speaks for 2 people.
Yeah.
No, Starry, you didn't miss anything. I just said in a royal we version that I appreciate you lurking. Don't worry about it. Hi, you can't hurt Yangus because Yangus don't have magic. Don't worry about it. Yangus is actually Corbin Blue from High School Musical. He doesn't dance. I'm at the point where I can just sprout. Yeah, Venom speaks for himself and Venom.
What?
Venom speaks for Venom and Eddie Brock.
I thought he said for himself.
Or whoever else he's enjoying.
That's not necessarily true.
There's...
He doesn't. Venom does not always use we when it's bounded to another host.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a difference that they make very clear when Carnage comes into play, because Carnage speaks in the first person, singular, because it's way more in tune with its violence. But Cassidy doesn't. I think his name's Cassidy? It's not Cassidy. It's the name of the killer dude. Can't remember who has the Carnage symbiote, but he's way more down with what the symbiote's trying to do. Eddie is. Get bent! 15 minutes away from the other screen. 16. Sure hope I'll be able to save soon.
I think I may have gotten ditched.
But yeah, that's what I was worried about. Wow, Angelo, you leveled up too! Let's give this man some staff points, he needs it. Mid-heal. Oh, hello.
Awesome! Staves.
Woo!
Staff.
See, it says staves. Cool. Space magical staff techniques. Dazzle!
Dazzle.
Hit him with the razzle dazzle! I'm so low on MP. I won't even be able to zoom out or evac anytime soon. I think that's your ride.
Okay.
Are you though? I mean, it's up to you. You can.
I'm coming.
It's not me. I'm streaming. Woo! Look at that. It's a beautiful full moon. Are you good, darling?
No. No way.
Remnants of an ancient building. Little more than the frame of a large window remains standing.
No.
I think we need to stick around. I don't remember the previous one. Can't remember what to do here. I struggled with doing this the first time around. We need to stick around like all night.
What did Copper do?
Just be an annoying parkster.
I sit downstairs.
If you can hear me spamming a button, it's because I'm trying to trigger any kind of event. Just can't remember what I have to do. I don't know if it's like waste time. I know you won't get random encounter. Ooh. Okay, that's growing already, right? Yeah, okay, I remember now. We just stick around until that hits the wall, if I recall correctly. The shadow. Oh, there we go. Didn't even have to wait that long. What? You not seen this before? Did you not do this part of the game before?
Because I didn't do any progress at it. Because I barely did any progress.
But you beat Dalmagus!
Yeah, that's pretty much the only progress I made.
That's after this, though.
I know, but I copied your file to make another one.
And then the door opened.
Holy.
Oof. It's an old game, folks. Oh, this place is pretty, though.
I have not seen this place in years. Copper.
Dog! Copper, come here. Ooh, bouncing fire in. Oh man.
I am Ishmari, keeper of the Moon Shadowland.
Moon Shadowland. All right.
Oh, this guy.
It's an elf.
Welcome to my realm.
Or a Hylian, or any other species that might have pointy ears. Talk to me, good friend. Make it snappy. We got 10 minutes left.
Many moons have waxed and waned since human foot last trod this earth. Weary travelers, I welcome you now to the land of the Moon Shadow.
Excellent.
Enlighten me. What desire opened the Moon Shadow window?
Your shoes
this
can.
night?
Okay.
No words. Your shoes can tell the tale.
That's a statement. Cool. What are my shoes saying, man? Are you and Void doing joint stream today? We are tonight. So at 10 p.m. we're doing Borderlands 2.
So, Pavan longs to be
We're starting the DLC.
reunited with his dearly beloved Sasha. You stand amazed.
Yes, how can you read my shoes' mind?
Again in wonderment.
Jessica doesn't look too surprised, actually.
Forgive me. I have yet to uncloud your eyes. Children of the light of day, do you believe that memories are yours alone? Your clothes, houses, tables, and chairs, the sky, the land. They too remember each passing day.
Interesting.
Silently,
But yeah, that makes
they
sense.
sleep in a dream world of memories, the moon's light may give shape
Moon's pretty
to
rad.
these dreams, these memories. I cannot stir this daughter of the sun from her eternal sleep, but
I see,
perhaps
okay.
I can end your friend's waking nightmare.
The choice of vocabulary on this
Lead
character is
me to the
interesting.
castle. Lead me to the scene of Pavan's misery.
Ishmari joins the part. Ishmari. Oh, we had a little more than 10 minutes. That's pretty good. Come with me, Ishmari. I'm not surprised.
Is that Ishmari? Kinda
What's confusing?
I don't know, but there's just something about this.
Wait, we're in the castle already. Okay. Oh, everyone's sleeping. I'm happy that we didn't have to walk the whole way. Though I had Zoom. I guess it's because you can't like have him fight. Up again. There's Pavan.
O grieving soul, may the moon's rays trace the scenes enacted here long ago.
Yeah. Knock it out, man. Pavan looks extra young, actually.
What is this? A dream? An illusion? No. No. I remember this. You.
Yes, Pavan, it's your your
It's
late
wrong.
wife.
What is wrong?
What's wrong? Is you're dead, lady?
Sasha. I've missed you so. These 2 years I've thought of nothing but you. Ever since you passed away.
You're not still fretting about this morning's missive, are you? You mustn't. You made the
Oh,
right
this is
decision.
flashback. She's not gonna interact with you, my
Always
friend.
so lenient with people. But sometimes you need to be firm too. That's a king's duty. Everybody believes in you. You must stand tall and proud. Ascantha is your country.
Tell him, Sasha.
Oh yes, I have news. The innkeeper's dog has had a puppy.
And
He
you're that
wants
close with the
us to
people.
think of a name.
Is that
Tony wasn't wearing black.
me? Yes. I remember this. It was the spring before last. So, this is a memory from the past?
Hey, he's catching on.
A puppy. you
He even
say?
had his crown recolored.
What
That's
do you
interesting.
think? No doubt you've already thought of a good name for it.
It's a secret.
Why? If you've thought of a name, then I'm sure it's splendid.
Oh, they have a statue of
Tell
him.
me.
Ishmari.
Surely you have
Or
a
someone from
suggestion
the channel.
too. A name for this puppy.
But I'm sure yours is...
She's like, shut up and tell me the name.
Shush now, Pavan. I think any name you came up with would be simply perfect. My dear king, you're a wise and kind man. You should follow your own instincts. I was planning to use the name you thought of.
That's all I'd decided.
Get him.
Yes. She was always like that.
So that listen,
always giving
Vaughn,
me
you
so
remember
much
what she would tell you.
encouragement. Sasha, why? Sasha, why are you always so strong?
All he wants is to see her last time.
Because my mother gives me strength.
Your mother?
Your
That's a mysterious
mother?
statement.
But she passed away years
Ah,
ago.
there, he's gonna hear exactly what he needs.
I never told you, but I was very timid as a child, so weak and afraid. And every day, my mother would try hard to encourage me. When she died, I was so sad and lonely. But then I realized, if I went back to my old weak self, I would have nothing left of my mother at all.
Hear that,
It
Pavon?
would be just as if she had never existed. I realized I had to be strong, that I must remember her words of encouragement and
Oh, hey,
everything she
Mari's
taught
actually-
me. That way, she'll live on inside me for always, forever.
I don't remember if we
Sasha,
learned, I don't think we learned why she
You're
died.
right. I should be more like you.
Shall we go out onto the terrace? The weather's so nice today. It would be lovely to enjoy the breeze
This
together.
guy didn't even see us at all. So I'm pretty sure that some of this story is told like that would have her toss him or have him follow her off the edge of the terrace, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen here.
Look! Your
It's
country
almost morning.
stretches before us as far as the eye can see. Oh, Ascantha is so beautiful.
Yes. Beautiful, Sasha. So beautiful.
My darling king. For people to live their lives happily, you must be strong.
Moonlight is losing its effect. As the sun has risen.
I remember. Everything you ever told me lives on inside my heart. Forgive me, Sasha. I finally opened my eyes. I'm sorry for being so sad and lonely.
Not sure that's the lesson exactly we're supposed to get here, but
At last, I finally awoken from my long and terrible nightmare.
excellent. They took off the thingy. Let me check what she. I don't know if anyone else is still upstairs. The usual banners are coming down, and Ascantha has ended its period of grief. Mourning, not grief.
Yeah, I got something to do.
Excellent.
See you around, Jet.
That's gonna be a happy note to finish the stream on.
Never again will I forget the things Sasha
Of
told
course, Yangus is not waiting.
me. It felt like a dream.
Actually, I think that's
But I
deserved.
believe in what I saw. Thank you. Thank you
So he has a
so
mourning crown and a
much.
regular crown, I see.
Thanks to you and Emma, I've finally woken up from an unbearable nightmare. Now,
Oh, he remembers
I
that
can be
Emma's
a
part of it.
proper king to my people again. I cannot thank you enough. If
Yangus
I
is loving this
swear,
endless
I will
cake.
do anything in my power to repay you. Anything at all I can do to help. Farewell, my friends.
May fortune ride with you on your continuing journey. I hope we will meet again soon.
Same, I guess? Do I get anything out of finishing this? I mean, we didn't fight a boss or anything, just a new dungeon, I guess. Oh, okay. You're chasing after just a call to Omegas. I'm afraid I haven't heard talk of anyone like that passing through Ascantha. It's not much to you, I know. And there I was just now saying I wanted to help you or something. Yes, we had this conversation before, that's why I was facing away from you when I pressed the X button. Hold on, please. Hey, where'd that itchy Mary bloke disappear to? Feels like it was all some kind of weird dream, doesn't it? So let's see if it can... Oh. Angelo. Ay, ay, ay. Moonshine. Alright, Angelo, I'm not talking to you no more. Awful! Maybe think about Alistair. I suppose he lives on too in my heart. Excellent. Everyone's grieving their own way. Angelo's being a butt as usual. Let's see if we can go find Emma. I have a feeling we're gonna find Emma. No, I'm going to the church. Take me to church! Oh, there's a little dude in armor. They're not all dressed in black now, so that will work grays, I guess. How's my party looking? Do I still have them? Yes, okay. And everyone is healed up! Excellent! Sweet, 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 sweet. Alright. Now, I know there must be a church in here. Excellent. How much money do I have, actually? 1,600. We can buy something. Probably the Edge Boomerang, given what we're trying to buy. I don't think there's something better whips if I check. I think I remember checking. I have good armor, but I don't need it right now. Whatever. Faithful servant to the goddess. Alright, so we're gonna save, we're gonna call it a day. Alright. Thank you to everyone who came by to today's stream. That concludes today's showing of Dragon Quest VIII's Journey of the Cursed King. We will be reading some following couple minutes. And so just remember, I will also be streaming again tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Void, who I'm going to shout out in the chat right away, for those of you who do not know. Void is great. We're playing Borderlands 2. We're starting one of the DLC this evening. I think we're probably going to do Tiny Tina's Dragon Keep, but I'm not quite sure. We haven't seen the order yet. We'll discuss that tonight on the road. So that shouldn't be too bad. It's going to be super fun, actually. I don't know why I'm saying too bad. Just figuring it out is too bad. Other than that, follow me if you're not following already. That's always fun. The algorithm likes people with high numbers. I like high numbers. Makes me feel nice about myself. And eventually we're going to get to the point where I finally get to, I don't know, make this a full-time job, hopefully. Other than that, subbing is free if you have Amazon Prime, so you can see that as well. It doesn't take any money away from me, and it doesn't take any money away from you. Tuesday. I did not announce this yesterday. I will not be. I don't stream on Wednesdays anyway. But September 1st, I'm joining the boycott Twitch in order for them to do better by their marginalized creators. With the incessant amount of hate creates out of the board, obviously something needs to happen. So a lot of streamers are just not streaming on that day. Hopefully to have Twitch change their mind about how they're handling things, or just accelerate those points because they're clearly not prioritizing this. That being said, I hope some of you are joining me or not interacting with Twitch that evening or that day. I don't think I have any other announcements today, so see you tonight. And stick around for the raid. Thank you. Love you, folks.